of nice things, what the motorcycle looks like, and I think it's great. It has a stretched out low appeal and the paint finish is really good. The fit and finish of the switchgear and everything up front to these cowls on the side and the chrome on the exhaust exits and the canister, everything has been done well. I particularly like these little covers here, which make it look like they're carburetor covers. That's a nice touch. And it gets alloy wheels and tubeless tires, a 19-inch at the front and a 16 at the rear. However, there are a couple of shoddy things that you may not be able to ignore, like this bit over here and this little wire that you see that you may be tempted to snip if you're one of those kids. I'm not giving you any ideas. Anyway, moving on. So on the touring version of the Super Meteor, you get a tall windscreen at the front. I'm mentioning this again because I'd like to talk to you about this. Believe it or not, I would have preferred the windscreen to be slightly shorter. And now there is a very specific reason behind that. See, when you're on the highway, on the bike, and you're wearing a helmet, which you should, well, there is substantial wind blast that directly hits the helmet and causes buffeting to happen, and it can be an annoying experience. Now, I also had a chance to ride the other variant, which does not have a windscreen, which before riding I thought would be a deal breaker. But on that one, there is uniform wind blast. For obvious reasons, you're exposed to the front entirely. So a lot of wind blast hits your face, your chest. But then your helmet does not buffet in that situation because this flow of wind blast does not aim for your helmet directly. So like I'd mentioned before, I would talk to you about the variants. The one you see in front of you right now is the touring version of the Super Meteor 650 with a touring seat, which is more well cushioned and more substantial, a windscreen at the front. Now the entry-level variant of the Super Meteor, you can convert it to something of a solo tourer, which has only one seat. And at the rear, on top of the fender, you can add an accessory to finish the look called the Solo Finisher.